были на Гавайи, да? Я был. 5 дней в Африке. Есть тот самый это очень...
Видишь, Кирилл сделал, а нам дали... Кирилл, а как ты делал? Да, нам дали такую же, и мы не смогли отплатить.
Наташа, где покойник?
Его уже унесли.
You live in this house for 5 years and you still don't know who I am.
Okay,
I don't know who's going here.
well done.
Okay. It's all the evening tonight will be in English, of course, right?
Thank you.
But majority of us is Russian, so we allow ourselves to say few words in French and Russian. And tonight is the first scene, сцена первая, официальное представление, introduction.
Right.
Wow.
I have been asked by the master to read you the guest list, and should I actually summarise or no, just the name?
Name and summary.
And the summary as well. Right. So, Mr. Riley Ravish, would you please indicate where you are? Oh, yes, sir. Right.
Excusez-moi, je n'écoutais pas.
Riley Ravish.
Merci beaucoup.
Must be Perrault.
Senor, Mr. Ravish is Mr. Rochester's lawyer, and he's been kept busy with all of Mr. Rochester's legal issues, including revisions of his will, even on his dying day. Mr. Ravish is an authoritative and professional person, and he is not afraid to carry out the wishes of his client. The next person I would like to introduce is the Earl of Grantham, the guest of honour. Would you please indicate? The Earl. Yes, thank you, sir. Full name, Mr. Robert Crawley, Viscount Downton, and Robert has become Earl of Grantham with his father's death. He is a loving husband and father. Lady Grantham, the guest of honour. Lady Grantham, Cora Crawley, née Levinson, Countess of Grantham, Viscountess Downton. She is an American heiress, daughter of Martha and Isadore Levinson, and sister of Harold Levinson, who married into a British noble family. Even though she wasn't in love with her husband, Robert, at first, she fell in love with him a year or so after their wedding and gave birth to 3 adorable daughters. Now I would like to introduce Lady Mary Crawley. Lady Mary. Lady Mary Josephine Crawley, née Crawley, is the eldest daughter and child of Robert and Cora Crawley, as well as the mother of their current heir, the current heir of Grantham, George, whom she had with her late husband, Matthew Crawley. Matthew Crawley, would you please introduce yourself? Matthew.
Excusez-moi, monsieur. You are dead. Not here, not here.
Quiet, please. Quiet. Matthew
Got
Reginald
like
Crawley
3
is a
words,
lawyer
spare
from
words.
Manchester.
Really? Good thinking.
Matthew met his
You can use some chewing gum.
Robert
That I
Crawley,
that I
the fifth Earl of
shot
Grantham,
completely
and
out
Could
of
have just
moved
grown
down
one.
a few months ago, where he met and quickly fell in love with Robert's eldest daughter. He and Lady Mary Crawley entered a tumultuous 8-year relationship, ending with Matthew's second proposal. They were married last May and lived together in Downton Abbey. Sybil Crawley. If you would please introduce Sybil. Lady Sybil Crawley Branson, née Crawley. She is the youngest daughter of Robert and Cora Crawley, the Earl and Countess of Grantham, and the younger sister of Lady Mary and Lady Edith. Very soon she will marry Tom Branson, with whom she will have her daughter and only child, Sybil, nicknamed Sibby Branson. Next we have Lady Edith. Lady Edith Crawley is the second daughter of Robert and Cora Crawley, sister of Ladies Mary and the late Sybil. She has an illegitimate daughter by her mother, Michael Gregson.
What a shame.
Shocking.
About
Shocking.
it in England. Anthony's, they do now, yes.
Those bloody aristocrats, they think everything is
Anthony Strallan
possible.
and Edith just got engaged. And Edith says that she loves him not in spite of the fact that he needs to be looked after, but because of it. She tells him that she wants to make him her life's work. Very laudable. Michael Rochester. Do we have Michael Rochester at the back? I'm sorry. My gloves.
I'm not Michael?
I can't just look after the cows. I'm not a housekeeper.
I know.
And the
You have to get me better gloves. Sir Anthony. Sir Anthony Strallan is a local landowner, widower of my lady Strallan. 1 month after the engagement, on their wedding day, Anthony, out of care for Edith's well-being, will abandon her at the altar, telling her she must not waste her life on him. He leaves Edith shattered. What a cad. Anthony was visibly torn and upset as he left the church. He just had to watch season 5 of Downton Abbey. Right. And now we have Jessica Rochester. Jessica, Rick's ex-wife, a manizing ex-wife and business partner of the late Rick Rochester. A great businesswoman will do whatever she needs to. Jessica has had her flings over the years. She is beautiful and smart. Is there anyone around here who really can replace her first love? Look around tonight. Jasmine Rochester. Jasmine
The widow.
Rick's poor or rich widow, we don't know yet. Mother of 3 children, has she outgrown the perfect marriage with a perfect husband? She wears her perfect husband's favourite red gown tonight to mourn his death or to attract someone else's eyes. Attract someone else's eyes. Alison Rochester. Rick's eldest daughter, Alison, was always Daddy's little girl. Spoilt, rotten, always getting her way. She will fight for what she thinks has been taken away from her. Thank you. Elizabeth Rochester. Thank you. The youngest of Rick's twin daughters. She's been stirring up family trouble since birth. Neglected and hurtful, she too is out to hurt others. Catherine Rochester. Nicole. The eldest of Rick's twin daughters, and she really tried hard to get Daddy's attention and affection by marrying the perfect male heir. She is very competitive and jealous in nature. The only woman she dislikes more than her sisters is whoever is after her husband, Adam. Adam Nicole, Rick's son-in-law. Upon marriage, he was accepted into the family business, and he has been moving up the ranks quickly ever since. Could he want more from Rick than the marriage of his daughter? Selfish and ruthless, Adam will do whatever he can to get ahead of life. Faith Rochester. Rick's sister. She's been living off Rick's wealth for years. All her lifestyle is to be over the hill. Can she afford it now that Rick is gone? Or will it only improve? She loves money more than anything. Who doesn't?
Mom!
Michael Rochester.
Still me.
I got the phrases right this time. Okay, Rick's only nephew and Faith's son. Michael is also expected to inherit millions. Is he as misguided as his mother? Michael is a bit of a pushover and a real mama's boy. Michael will do as he was told. Would you really, Michael? No. Right. Jean Thoughtful.
Thoughtful. Not thoughtful, but thoughtful.
Hello, Madison. Yes, good evening. A family psychologist. Secrets Jean knows are on the most personal and intimate level. Feeling that someone can kill for. Jean has a lot of knowledge about people, and she isn't afraid to use it. Jean's daughter, Rachel, is an award-winning horse rider. Rachel is beautiful, a real sweetheart, too young to open and too naive a horse rider. Although she's been noticed spying sometimes in the manor, is she too curious, or does she know something more than we do? She also likes to collect money for lent information.
To buy more horses.
Like mother, like daughter. Mr. Sam Cook. Yes.
Sam!
Here.
Our most glorious Japanese chef.
Sam Cook.
Precise when he works with knives. Sam is quiet and observant. Sam knows not only what is brewing in the kitchen, but also the rest of the manor. What Sam knows can only help everyone. Don't be shy asking him questions. Neil Wathers. Mr. Neil Wathers.
The girls love Neil.
We are.
Born with talent, a musical genius, but ended up as a chauffeur in the manor.
That's the life.
Decent young man.
Yes.
You want me
As
to
I
push a
am.
button?
That's okay, it's a movie.
As his mother, my dear wife, Josephine. He is diligent for his years. Angel, really, he is. And now we come to myself, Geoffrey Wuthers. I feel good reading about myself. Thank you, man. It's me. I am the butler of this manor. Rick's the most faithful servant for over 20 years. I am genuine and faithful. I know everything about Rick and his dying wishes. I may be the only innocent one at Mystery Manor.
I'm not buying it.
Maybe.
I'm not buying it.
Josephine Wuthers,
Oh,
my devoted wife, and just a servant of over the last 20 years, Mr. Rochester. She is like me in deep grief. We both mourn for our master's death, and we are eager to help out with the investigation to both Mr. Welsh and
Whoever.
Monsieur Poirot. Monsieur Poirot, Rick's best friend from Belgium. He is also one of Christie's most famous and long-lived characters, appearing in 33 novels and more than 50 short stories.
So the answer is when she
20
leaves.
onwards. He will be silently watching us tonight. A nosy sort he is, and nothing he can do about it.
I am not nosy, I am only curious.
Yeah. We all really are on Mr. Poirot's investigation. Danny Boyd. I personally have never seen Mr. Danny before, in this manner before. The only thing I know about Mr. Danny is that he is a very decent person and one of Jessica's employees. Anytime I mention Danny's name, I recall Rick's favourite song. He liked to sing Danny Boy with his best friend, John Jacob. John Jacob. John was Rick's closest friend.
Jacob.
I met John in the manor years ago. I could not help admiring him and Mr. Rochester's singing together. How can I describe him? He is brazen, but he has a big heart. He is here to find the murderer of his friend by any means. Fabio Fabulous.
Where's Fabio?
Our most recent employee, acquired by Mrs. Rochester.
I hate him already.
Fabio is an attractive, charismatic, and entertaining pool manager. Swimming or table, I am not sure which. Fabio is one who will do anything to please anyone. And now we come to Miss Tanya Tees. Yes. Miss Tanya is a personal assistant of my Mr. Rochester. She is classy, very sophisticated. She will resort to relying on her looks to get her way. She was rather personal assistant to Mr. Rochester, as everyone would say. Some might even prove it tonight. Mr. Bob Bucks.
Bob Bucks.
Bob Bucks.
If you have extra money, I can manage.
Thank you. Yeah. Rick's accountant, calculating and devious. Bob managed all of Rick's personal and business accounts. Could how he handled the books over the years determine the wealth that is left? Bob will lie to keep his past mistakes in secret. Barbara Bucks. Wife to Bob Bucks. Loyal to her husband. She will support him through anything. Some say she has complete power over Bob. Would that include the Rochester finances as well? We're drawing to the end of this list. Miss Spirituality. Miss Spirituality is a unique, glamorous guest tonight. She was the only one to put my master together, I must say. Remedies are her speciality. Should you have any pain in your neck or any part of your body, Miss Spirituality will heal you tonight for very little money.
I have pain and very little money.
Vanessa Bell. Vanessa Bell. Vanessa Bell, née Stephen, is an English painter and interior decorator and designer, a member of the Bloomsbury Group. She was educated at home by her parents in languages, mathematics and history, and took drawing lessons from Ebenezer Cook before she attended Sir Arthur Coke's Art School in 1896 and then studied painting at the Royal Academy in 1901.
Wow.
It's where she saw Rick Rochester for the first time. We should learn more tonight how they've met. And finally, Chanel Coco. Posing with her for your personal photo. I thank you all for coming tonight.
Well done.
Well done.
Photograph? Can we see a quick cook?
Мадам Шанел.
It's okay, it's done. Yeah, done.
На меня.
Okay,
Смотришь,
so please,
на меня.
please pose here, monsieur de Juret.
Right.
Красавица.
Okay, yeah, you compose the stage. His name means desired in English. So is he by Coco. Please take advantage of Monsieur de Juret talent and commemorate this evening with his shots. Tonight you may become an owner of his most scandalous photos of Rick Rochester with some of you. Be first in the line and prepare your cash to avoid embarrassment. And we also we're missing one person at the moment, Officer Welsh.
Wow,
Detective
the most
Inspector
important
Welsh.
one.
He just called an hour ago and apologized for
He just had
being
another
late
case.
tonight. He's attending
Unexpectedly.
another investigation.
Okay.
Yeah. So after 9 p.m. he's supposed to be here. Okay, well thank you so much for your attention. Stay here, don't go anywhere. Our attorney. We are going, yeah. Okay. Our dream.
Natasha, if everyone leaves, it'll take an hour to get back in.
So now you all know.
Женя, посмотрите мне в глаза. Какой честный взгляд, благородный.
It's in Russian now. Сцена вторая. Печальная.
It's a sad scene.
Ah, somber.
Somber scene. The killing.
It's with great sadness that I welcome you tonight to the will
Will we see how it will all happen?
Rick Rochester. For those who don't know me, I'm Mr. Rochester's attorney, Roddy Ravish. And I will be conducting some of the proceedings tonight.
Randy Ravish.
I love having servants.
Yes.
Mr. Rochester's dying wishes to have all those whom he loved most come to pay their last respects at the reading of his will. So consider yourself honored that you are here tonight, and you have meant a great deal to a prominent, and may I mention, a very wealthy man. Throughout the night, I ask that you not only keep your eye out for any foul play that may be occurring, but also be on the lookout for those people here going above and beyond their calls of duty. Along with the disbursement of the estate that is in store for you tonight, there will also be asked to vote on those people at this gathering who have made your night the most enjoyable by their costume, their acting ability, and the amount of money that they accumulate at the end of the evening. As you may not know, bribery, cheating, blackmail, whatever creative means you may have to use your money are not only restricted,
Are they in old or new?
By 10.
and know that greed
The more hundreds are back there. No.
As you go through this evening, please take special note of those around you and the unique.
I was told there'd be 500.
As you may know, Mr. Rochester was a victim of foul play in this death. The police have asked that we collect all available information from those closest to him. Also, I ask that you step very carefully around your peers.
I think I have
Mr. Rochester indicated to me prior to his death that if he
Придется напиться с горя.
was foul play, the murder would be most likely here tonight and may kill again. With that, please continue as you were, socializing, remembering the once great man, Rick Rochester. I will be gathering you all again, once again shortly, for the reading of the will. You will know then whether or not there's a fortune that awaits you tonight. Thank you. Carry on.
Okay, guys, you all received some information by internet, right? I'm just reminding you what's there.
We got some
Sweetie, is this just the stuff that we have on the internet?
I think so, yeah.
You mean like my crib notes here?
I believe
Yes, yes.
Okay, guys, we are eating now, having conversations, entertaining ourselves, and spending money. Microphone works only in the other room, so please.
Microphone.
The bug.
Spending money.
The bugs are working only in it.
The bugs.
We only can trust that at that point. Right?
I see.
Should better try what's in your bow tie.
У нее папа это Леня.
Новый папа. Новый папа может давать.
Каждому свое.
John Jacobs.
Ah, sì.
Ladies and gentlemen, please attention.
Attention, attention, s'il vous plaît.
Сцена третья. Ожидание.
En anglais?
По-английски, пожалуйста.
Scene number 3. Will read.
Okay, you're gathered
That's
here.
part of my mind.
The last will and testament of Rick Rochester.
What is it?
It says, I,
we can't
Rick
hear
Allen
you.
Rochester of Madison County, being of sound mind and memory, declare this to be my last will and testament, and I revoke all other wills and codicils. Since my greatest longing is to pass on my family name, wealth, and stature that I've acquired in life, I declare my firstborn son to be the sole heir of my estate. If he has survived me by 30 days. In the event that a male heir does not exist at the time of my death, then my estate will be distributed to my fellow loved ones as follows.
It's not right. It cannot be true.
Executors. I appoint my lawyer, Ronnie Ravish, Semwa, to serve as the executor of my estate. If my lawyer shall fail or cease to serve, I appoint my accountant or his wife, Bob and Barbara Buck, to serve together as my estate executors.
Sure.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Personal effect.
Rick! Rick, look at me! What about me?
Excusez-moi.
Continuing.
Help me! Help me! Help me!
Personal effects.
Ой, с собой такие лапки.
Yeah, very rich, honey.
We have good job. We will be.
I give all of my personal and household items, together with the policies insuring those items, to my wife and my children, Jasmine, Allison, Elizabeth, and Catherine. The effects are to be divided with 50% going to my wife, 30% to my eldest daughter, Allison, and the remaining 20% to be split between my youngest daughters, Elizabeth and Catherine.
What?
If my children and wife survive me by 30 days, I give all of these items to my sister, Faith, as that would be the only family member I have remaining.
It's only...
Now, to the business of the Rochester collection. Although I would long to keep the Rochester collection within the family, it seems my only choice is to turn the business over to my ex-wife, Jessica, to run as she sees fit, but with a contingency. If Jessica does not continue to run the business with a minimum of 30% profit in the next 10 years, I wish for the ownership to be taken away from her and the company to be sold off to the highest bidder. If Jessica completes the 10 years with a minimum of 30% profit every year, the company will be hers and hers alone. The success or failure of the business will be measured by my accountant,
You remember all night.
Bob Bucks. He will determine every year if Jessica is meeting the goal. Thus, the fate of Bob Buck's job is solid in assuming my finances are in order upon my death. The fate of all the other employees and administrative decisions will be left up to Jessica. If the business is to be sold off at any point in the next 10 years, the profits will be deposited into the pension fund mentioned in the next section. Section 4, pension for those who have served me. To my personal attendees, those being my butler, maid, cook, and chauffeur, Jeffrey, Josephine, Sam, and Neil, to you, I leave a pension. Thank you for serving me my whole existence here at Mystery Manor. I admire you and thank you for your dedication. A fund has been set up.
Thank you so much.
Comfortably but not frivolously for the next 30 years. I hope that you use it wisely. To my pool boy Fabio, you have done your duties, and I know my wife has paid you well beyond our means. Good luck with your next adventure. Good luck with your next adventure. May you get as many benefits there as you did at Mystery Manor. The above wishes are to be carried out by my lawyer, Semwa, Riley Ravish. If my estate is found to be less than $100 million at the time of my death, a full investigation shall be launched into the missing funds, and my culprit will be denied all rights to any inheritance they may be entitled to. All of the above distributions are also contingent on the fact that the heirs named are in no way responsible for my death or have betrayed me in any fashion in the last days here on earth that would have led to my death. If any of their heirs are found to be deceitful in a way which caused my death or the death of those around me, their share of the inheritance will be foregone and divided amongst those mentioned in the section of the will in which they were to receive inheritance. To ensure this above clause, in the event that foul play is the cause of my death, the inheritance will not be awarded until the murderer is found. That is all that exists of my estate and how I wish to dispose of it upon my death. I sign this document freely and willingly. Rick Rochester.
It's not fair.
What about the nephew?
He forgot my son.
He didn't deserve it.
Think about you. He forgot my son. I am glad this is fabulous. Fabulous. It's
Your daughter.
fabulous. Fabulous.
All secrets.
Yes. My hand?
In your hand.
In her hands, yes.
That's all.
That's all?
That's all. All the way.
We're all done for.
All the
We
well.
have to find the murderer now.
I know who is a murderer.
Who?
It's my personal life.
I know who's
I never like French people.
It's not I.
Yeah.
What? You mean the horse? How should
French.
Well, we have two French. I know.
Both of them.
And go forward with
Who is
it.
Belgian?
Well, exactly.
It doesn't matter.
So it's
He
only-
speaks
The
French.
one who
And I don't like
sneaks
it.
around and collects money from everyone.
He doesn't know anything.
Oh my God.
Neil.
My.
Anyway, so I need to cut steak.
The reading of the will. Any questions? Come up and ask me.
Fresh meat.
$50 per answer. Thank you.
There we go. Bunch of money makers over here.
So, who was the first person who came after shooting?
After shooting? After shooting was a lawyer. No, it was a wife. Who was after shooting?
Oh,
Lucia?
yes, it's fancy.
Oh, not Lucia. What her name?
Wow.
I mean, it's not real.
Go, go,
Well,
go,
we
go.
have to know what to say to each other.
We have to operate with the facts.
Yeah. What is the lawyer? Can you
The
show
will we have.
Wait, signature? Yeah.
That's right. Is it surreal?
Or
Or just make it up
The
right
only
now?
will I have at this time.
I like the way you sing.
Is the butler present?
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey?
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey?
Go.
Michael.
Butler.
Where's the butler, please?
You butler.
Half the house is just
No, Jeffrey. I'm a son of butler.
Huh?
Another one.
Yes, lovely.
Two murders for the price of one.
Where's the butler?
Where's Josephina?
Adam. Jean fought for Tanya Cheese and Jean. I'm here.
Yes, and what's that? What's going on?
Я кассир. Кто убийца? Я не кассир. Я не кассир, я убийца.
Тайное послание.
Как?
Понятия не имею. Надо вскрыть.
Что-то пишут, да?
Научилась говорить по-русски?
I only can't understand why everyone is so happy.
Oh, because it's almost over.
Right.
Not that close, not that close. This is too close. Are you taking a picture of us?
No, he's making motion.
I'm like, okay. Well, I thought he's taking a picture, but apparently he's taking a picture.
Monsieur Poirot, I suspect that the oldest daughter is really the one who you should look at.
Merci.
She has a lot to hide.
I know.
She was hating everyone around,
Yes,
and she was really plotting. The scene of the crime. Why you are so happy?
No reason. Might be a little bit of financial increase in my way. Maybe not.
Because less people claiming it now.
We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see who is next.
Who is next? The house is gonna get murdered one day. I didn't say that.
I have a question too.
Это там Николь. Это самое главное. А Майкл
Это правильно.
это твой карман.
Я ничего не помню без этого. Понимаешь, ко мне люди подходят, а я не помню, что я должна делать.
Не, ради бога, ради бога. О, а мне такое не выгодно, что ли?
У тебя, наверное, больше не крови. Я не понимаю. Who is that?
Someone for you.
Oh, Father, I have some sad news to tell you. I've just
What's that?
figured out. You should ask our mom some very serious questions about her past. I've just learned some dubious things. Terrible on one side, but very interesting on another. You might be surprised. You should ask her.
Oh, I will ask her. Okay, yes. Indeed I will. Where is she? I wonder.
My dear,
Деньги все равно не дают.
I can reveal a great secret. If you have any cash on you at the moment,
What kind of secrets?
you will be very surprised.
I could make it worth your while.
Yes, you won't regret it. My dear, I have to tell you, we'll have to break up our relationship.
Why?
And if I tell you why, you perhaps will give you even more, me. And you will not regret it.
Is it my sister?
But watch your sister. But I can promise you, I will never ever date anyone from your family. You might be assured in that. But with all my compliments. Right. No, I will never forget you.
Go away.
Right. And we will see who will win. Прекрасная роль. Да? A drama queen.
Don't even dare look at him.
No.
Look away. Должно перебать, а конвертик не дали.
And who's she?
You said you wouldn't date anyone from my family. She's
Right.
not from my family.
Right. I'm too busy at the moment. Please forgive me.
You know I've always had a tremendous crush on you.
Son, do you know where is your mother?
I'm trying to find her. I need her urgently.
Okay.
I have some terrible news to share with her.
Okay. Maybe you share with your father?
Does that upset you at all?
I have already,
I don't know where
but I want to talk with her.
Okay, could you tell me if I pay you some money?
Perhaps. How much you're going to pay me?
Okay, just
I know she's having an affair
I
with the
check in
lawyer.
my purse. I can give you money.
You can give me anything you want.
I give you 50.
His widow.
No?
That's worth much more.
Another 50.
Everything you have, and it still won't be enough. Okay.
150. It's okay? Could you tell me?
All right. It's my mother. I know it's she. But she was plotting that not alone. She had an accomplice
Okay.
in the family.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. You see what's going on?
Вот этот вот шофер очень подозрительный. Он снимает языки, да?
I have a terrible secret. But
Я думаю, что у него есть секрет. Вот тебе $20. Рассказывай.
you can stuff this $20 wherever you want. Even if you give me 10 times more, it won't be enough.
Ничего не хочешь рассказывать, а?
Как насчет бесплатно?
Да он сейчас тебя зарежет, да и все.
Charge free.
Вот этот тип очень подозрительный, соблазни его. И выведай всю тайну.
Let's go.
Потому что он не согласился даже за $200.
Watch Elizabeth. She's the one. Yes.
I heard that the horse rider was.
Horse rider. This innocent little pimp.
Who knows?
Sybil, would you play the piano for us?
Do you play piano for real?
No.
She does, very well.
Oh, fantastic.
No.
Play the box.
Box? Which one?
You don't have Vicky here. She can't play the concerto.
Oh,
Italian concerto?
No.
what? No.
G minor.
Oh, G minor. Fantastic.
No, do you have any of them memorized? Do
I played it a while ago.
you have any notes?
No. Memorized?
Yeah.
I tried.
Good.
See if I remember anything.
Oh, don't worry. Just improvise.
Yeah, but...
очки. А то без очков. Все, ты что, на видео? Это видео? Нет, подожди, это видео? Нет, это не видео. Это не видео. Так, идемте сядем.
Подожди, я должна договорить. Нет. Alison Elizabeth, да, sorry.
Where is my mother? I'm still trying to find my mother.
Да, да, да.
My would believe mother, I mean. Where is my mom? My mom. My mom.
I understand there's been a murder.
My mom.
Step away from the crime scene. Держи.
For Canadian Social Services.
Get away.
Canadian Social Services.
Inspector.
Sergeant.
Sergeant. Is it higher or lower?
Sergeant.
Sergeant.
Sergeant means everything.
Like a surgeon.
Ah, surgeon.
Sergeant. Surgeon.
She translates everything into right.
Not a surge, but surgeon.
Sturgeon.
Кто изобретательней?
Sturgeon lived 300 years.
Yes.
Sounds very promising.
And grows whiskers.
Yes. I see.
Окей.
Пора мне одевать маску.
Пора что?
Правосудия.
Маску правосудия?
Да.
Тебе?
Я одену маску.
Да.
Yes. Why is this man following me?
Это туалет был.
Отнюдь не маска.
Keep the crowd out. Okay, guys, go down.
Да, он это куда?
Он одевает маску правосудия.
Oh no. There's been a homicide. This is very, very bad.
As always in this case, right?
That's what he does all the time. When something
Я посмотрела
А я уже, да, я уже.
Смотрите, посмотрите.
Иди сюда еще раз. Еще раз. Вау! Вот такие мужчины. В 15 веке это современные. Вот такие.
Женечка, иди сюда.
Стоит, да? А, я должна была тебя... Самое главное, то, что он
Josephine was the best maid we ever had. Was beautiful, smartest.
I loved her.
I loved her too.
I did too.
Thank you, Jeffrey.
Anyway.
And her son, Neil, must have been.
Boo!
Did
Thank you,
I?
Elizabeth.
Oh my goodness.
I'm Officer Welch. Before the end of this
Before the end of this evening, we will know who murdered Josephine.
Oh no! What about Rick?
I'd look for somebody with a bloody hand.
Did you?
Thank you, very helpful.
I have to say something.
Would you like to talk to me in private?
I can tell.
Everybody.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm so sorry about that. Jasmine did it.
Josephine.
No, I know, but Jasmine did it. Jasmine?
Jasmine did it?
Yes.
I see Josephine.
I think so too.
She did
What are you
it.
telling them?
Really?
Why are they putting
How come? Why would she do that?
Come up to
What
the
information
stage
do you
and
have
post
for us?
red page.
You know,
Hey, listen.
Jasmine. Where is Jasmine?
Oh, you went there.
Jasmine, you went. Let's go to shore.
Elizabeth Rochester.
Jasmine is doing the next day.
Yeah, look at it.
Mrs. Rochester? Oh, it's she knew that Josephine took training from me, and she could do massage and occasional occasionally for Mr. Rochester, and I think she did it in the revenge.
All very interesting. I will add that to my investigation notes.
It's so sad to see this.
I agree. I encourage you all to start your own investigations, but do come and talk to me if you have something.
I agree.
That sounds pretty cool, right? But,
Ogni ha avuto per uno e antenne. So antenne is there. So we can direct goes to
You're going to go to jail for the bribe.
I think we should spend some time with
my lie detector? Lie detector?
I don't need a light.
Well, that's gonna work out well. Want to share?
She did it.
Who did it?
Who did it?
She?
She did it. I saw them fight in the afternoon.
You did it?
Great.
Potential killer. I tell you, she's not a potential killer. She did it. She killed him.
She doesn't look guilty though. It's
always like that.
She doesn't agree.
She doesn't agree.
She doesn't
Anyone else?
Yes, yes, all my dealings were confidential, but since you're an officer of the law, I have to affirm that Rick was filing for divorce from his wife.
No!
Jasmine.
I told you!
And that went very well for his 3 daughters.
That's what she gets for taking my man. Well, we better know where he's met the English painter. She knows.
Cynthia? No, Vanessa. I'm sorry, you all look like.
Not the English patient.
Yes, I've met him 10 years ago in London, and we have so many things in common. You can see how generate art very much.
Прекратите пьянствовать!
And you can see answers in my painting today. He wants if I bring this painting and they around the rooms. And another thing I brought today, very nice device, electronic ones, Bluetooth. He wants to buy it too, yes, but he rushed to United States for those time, and right now I would like to present this new art, Bluetooth. Yes, you can connect your electronic device to it and you can hear music in beautiful gramophone.
And what about Mr. Rochester's person and his soul?
What was him? He loves electronic toys.
Yes. Yes, and right now we can represent you.
Did you kill Josephine?
Josephine. I'm sorry, I didn't pay attention.
Very lost.
А что ж не сказал ни о теле, ни о душе, ни о чем? I didn't pay attention.
You know me by now. I know who the suspect is, but I'll only tell you if you give me some money.
How much? How much
We have
money you
other
want?
ways to make you talk.
How much money you want?
Sir Anthony.
Sir Anthony, come.
I'll go and get the cake.
No, that's not right.
Not right?
I know.
Ah.
Everybody else knows that it's the fairer sex. The devil is.
Right. Oh no. Michael.
And for the right amount of money, I'm willing to reveal.
Like you blackmailed my aunt.
But I do investigation. As you know, your voice is being taped and I will shoot when you're live.
Takes a few dollars to do it all together.
Mr. Rochester.
Lots seconds. So I think it's a time for session.
I will pay money for someone to find out who killed my beautiful wife. Who can tell us that? No takers.
So how much evidence do we have? Because you only have a lie detector.
The lie detector continues to run as you people talk.
Exactly. So everybody can.
Should we all be wired to it?
I know you're disturbed by this passing.
Yeah, you have so much.
Excuse me, but I've made a few notes. I have reviewed all the evidence, and I do have some facts and some things I'd like to share with you. At approximately... Sorry?
I got super glue here.
Actually, the British Columbian slugs
At 8
are
o'clock
very good
tonight,
for moustache.
Josephine Werther's, the maid here at Mystery Manor, was shot dead. The murder happened just after the will of Rick Rochester was read. Rick was also murdered earlier this month, and the same killer murdered Rick, was believed to have murdered Josephine. And what else? I was able to uncover some evidence, and I'd like to share that with you right now. Exhibit A. The murder weapon.
I showed to you in the murder scene.
Системы наган.
Exhibit B. The keys to the gun cabinet.
That's a big cabinet.
It's a big rock, not a big cabinet. The key for the gun cabinet was found under the victim. It was confirmed that this is normal for Josephine's weekly duties as a maid to clean the gun cabinet. So you can see there are the gun cabinet keys on the body of the deceased. Exhibit C. I invite you all to come up and read these exhibits. Exhibit C, a letter from Rick to John Jacobs that shortly before his death. This letter indicated that Rick did indeed fear for his life from one of you. Exhibit D. Exhibit D, a copy of the will that was read to you earlier, just before the murder of Josephine Werther's.
Word for word or with lies?
Я вам не мешаю здесь?
Exhibit E, copy of the phone message turned over by Rick's lawyer, Riley Ravish. The memo indicates Rick was planning to file for divorce.
I told you! Yes.
And And finally, Exhibit F1, F2, and F3. Personal papers found on the victim, Josephine Werther's. These papers are Josephine's work permit to work at Mystery Manor, the letter of intent for her husband, Jeffrey Werther, employment, and the birth certificate of her son, Neil. Why the victim was carrying these, we're unsure at this time. I'll leave these articles of evidence for you so you can review them in your own time. And I want you to understand and make a decision who was the murderer. Thank you for your help with this investigation.
Thank you, officer.
Yeah, thank you so much.
This is
Yeah.
America.
I know, he's legal. He's legal. Look how she behaves. She's like, no, nothing happened. Yeah. She just goes on there, floating again.
Don't talk bad about her.
So what about my husband? What about Jeffrey's husband?
She deserves. Thank you so much, officer. Thank you. Do you feel like you have someone from line?
Don't I was coming to make a
Bonsoir, Madame Monsieur. This has been a very interesting day for me. You are very horrible people. I find that the men are sleeping with men, the men are sleeping with women. You stab each other in the back. You say, you smile, and then you murder. I am going back to Belgium tonight. But before we go, I must comment on a young lady. I am, as you know, Belgian, but the Belgian has a unique taste in dress. And there is a young lady who is très jolie, très jolie. I speak, of course, of Madame Catherine Nicole. Vous êtes très gentille, mademoiselle. Très gentille. Please accept my thanks for your beautiful costume.
And show your award, show your award. Merci beaucoup.
And you may take these horrible people they voted for you as well. But this is, I am Hercule Poirot, it is my vote that counts.
So good.
Now, unfortunately, we have some people who like to be the center of attention. Everyone knows it is me who must be the center of attention. I find these people to be offensive. But there is a person who you have all said is more interesting than me, and I do not understand. This person, drama queen, Jessica Rochester. She is not even Canadian, she is an import from the Seychelles. Le taste horrible. But there is a person here who is very, very good with money. As a French person, of course, I do not talk about such a crude thing because we do not have money in France. We are just naturally poor. But there is a person who ended up with 1,500 Sir Anthony. You are great capitalist decadent pig. Stalin and Lenin are rolling in their grave. You are to be congratulated, monsieur. Bravo, bravo.
I worked hard for the money.
Ruski technology. Hello. Also. Now there is one person who is the least popular person here. Because everybody who is horrible voted you the most likely to be the murderer. Now there are two people that are nominated. We only have one award. And I happen to know that Jasmine Rochester is a very nice person and could not possibly be a murderer. So I will pick the other one. This is England, and we all know that in England butlers are murderers. The banality of this decision defeats your status as very unintelligent and unimaginative. You are, after all, English, you are not Spanish. You are not intelligent. Jeff Murders, you are the most likely to have committed the murder.
Please photograph Monsieur Pochon.
Félicitations.
It's always the butler.
I will call the Prime Minister, ask him to bring out the guillotine just for you.
It's the rich that gets the pleasure, and it's always the poor that gets the blame.
So you think it's unfair? But you're not the killer. That's very good.
So now we have the common wisdom, which of course is very common and not very wise. So now you will have my assessment of the situation today. After reviewing the evidence, I have come to the conclusion that the murderer must be le chauffeur de Monsieur Rochester, Neil Rowe. I have come to this conclusion based upon the following evidence. Слушайте. The gun that was used in the shooting was one that was part of the gun collection here at Mystery Manor. The locked cabinet was not damaged and showed no signs of forced entry, and thus must have been unlocked by one of the keys that was found on the victim, Josephine Rivers. If you recall, Neil knelt over his mother when she was shot, at which time it would have been a perfect time for him to slip the key back into her phone, where it would serve, of course, by a few problems. Furthermore, neither the gun nor the key have visible fingerprints on them. I have already sent them to the lab in London, and they have been very English or very efficient with these things. This would lead us to believe that the murderer must be wearing gloves, which we see that Neil was wearing at the beginning of the night.
Oh yes, no gloves anymore. Look.
He is not.
I have never had a gloves.
You did.
You are not as smart as your people are. Do not try this. If you examine the last letter that was supposedly sent from Rochester, you will see that the signature on the letter matches the signature on the will. this indicates that the letter must be a legitimate and viable source. Furthermore, if you examine the letter of last correspondence, you will see that Rick indicates that the murderer was that person who had the most to gain from his death, and thus the inhabitants of the earth.
Часы перевели, ребят. Инесса, часы назад. Сейчас. Да, зайчик. Да. Значит, Сердце перевернется сам себе.
Nice cup. Oh.
Отжимайтесь пока.
Я готов. Я не знаю,
Потерял жену. I lost my wife.
She could be in there.
I guess so.
Yeah.
So gorgeous, so
Crazy, crazy.
I have no idea what kind of
1923 or something. Senor. Okay. No. How could you picture photo? And
Рычик, потанцуешь?
we must see you before
Свидание.